Hey guys, want to welcome you to World Cup 2026 Extra Time. This is day 5 of the World Cup, and we are always on Instagram, WCE Time, and then WC 2026 Extra Time on Facebook and YouTube. Okay, for the second time in World Cup history, and first time in 68 years, we had a day with four ties. Four ties. Nobody in Group G or Group H got a singular point. But boy, do we have some damn good games today. Spain Cape Verde was the first and most shocking one. A nil draw between two teams that are 61 spots between each other in the standings of FIFA. Spain did play a little too safe, I think, in the beginning of the game, but Vozinha, the Cape Verde goalie, who is in his 40s, he is 40 years old, had an outstanding performance and gained like over 40 times the followers right after the game. He is like at 2 million followers now on Instagram. It's insane. Spain kind of, I don't know if they took the match seriously, and also they know how it is to lose a World Cup opener and then actually win right after that. So maybe that's what they're doing here. But they put in Lavine Yamal, who hasn't played in 2 months after the second hydration break, and then they put in Nico Williams at the 87th minute. Didn't matter. 0-0 draw. A little shocking to note when everything is going on, but honestly, I think Spain will be fine. This is a wake-up call for them in the greatest of varieties, but overall, it's a big boost for Cape Verde, who, if they can get the same goalie play that they got today, don't know if they can advance, but they can make things very, very interesting in this group. And hats off to them. This was just fantastic performance by the little country that could. And I just gotta say, yeah, it was over almost a 3-1 possession time, and the shots were insane, 27-6. Cape Verde only really had one shot in there, but they almost had a chance to win it at the end. So that was game number one. Game number two is Belgium Egypt, and that was an insane game in itself. I think this was really a tale of two halves. Egypt was the team in the first half that really showed that they were ready to finally get the first World Cup win. But what happened? Romelu Lukaku happened. He is still the old guard of Belgium, but there's a reason why he is who he is. And he basically comes in and literally within 3 minutes later, basically has the goal to get them ahead. It is an own goal from Mohamed Hani in the 66th minute. Imam Ashur had it for Egypt in the 20th minute. This is a game that I think both teams will take, as they can be the ones that'll end up in the top two of this group. Possessions pretty much even, 43, 53 to 46. Shots are pretty much even. This was a pretty damn even game for these two teams. I think Belgium can take this as a game. This is the two teams that were expected to be 1-2 in a lot of people's brackets. I kind of liked Iran a little bit more. But these two teams looked pretty good out there, and I would have to say wouldn't expect them to win their next game, although they're in a tight battle in the group, and we'll talk about Iran and New Zealand in just a moment. All right, game number three was Uruguay, Saudi Arabia. And this is a game where you could have the advantage. You could take advantage of the group. 1-1 tie. Another 1-1 tie. This one is interesting because I think Uruguay played like the more hungry team out there. Arroyo scoring in the 80th minute. but they had a clear advantage in possession. 19 chances created, more corners, less fouls. This is a game where Uruguay is just going to say, what did we do wrong here? And yet, they had to kind of come out here because Alamiri scores in the 41st minute, and Uruguay just cannot get that equalizer until the latter stages of the game. Definitely not indicative of the score, but indicative of soccer in its own way. And Saudi Arabia again gets a point off of a South American power in game number one. They got the full three against Argentina in 2022 in Qatar, and they do this again here against Uruguay. One interesting thing, Saudi Arabia really took advantage of the hydration breaks. Got the first goal on the latter half of the hydration break of the first half, and then was able to really set their defense in the second half. They did give up the goal, the equalizer to Uruguay, but no shame in this one. Another 1-1 draw. So Spain and Saudi Arabia play Sunday at 12, and then Uruguay and Cape Verde will play in Miami on Sunday at 6. Big opportunity here for Uruguay to kind of get a little bit of separation in the group, but we'll see. Maybe Vozinha for Cape Verde has a match of the ages again, and this could just be another big time performance for a team that looking to break through in Uruguay. I don't know what'll happen with Saudi Arabia, but Saudi Arabia now does put themselves in a good position to get a third place spot if they can get the full three later down the line in their finale against Cape Verde when we go to match day 3. Okay, the final bit of business is Iran and New Zealand, and we just had progressively higher ties. 0-0, 1-1, 1-1, and Iran and New Zealand finish up in 2-2. Great game. I think New Zealand impressed me a lot more than I thought they were going to. Mr. Just for New Zealand ends up with both of the goals. He had a really good game for, yeah, just for New Zealand. Ends up having an amazing game. Both of the goals for New Zealand, scoring them both in the 7th and 54th minute. But both times Iran responds, scoring in the 32nd minute and the 64th minute. Again, New Zealand played like one of the big boys in this group, and definitely played themselves into a position where I would not be surprised if they won, if they beat Egypt or even beat Belgium. That group I thought was for the taking in the beginning, and I don't think against that now. I think Iran played well in this game. This was a very high quality 2-2 draw. And overall, I think Iran and New Zealand are going to be two teams to watch out for in this group. I initially thought this would be a group that would only get two teams that going into the knockout rounds. Now I can actually, I think I thought this group would get three, and I still think that way now because I truly think New Zealand definitely showed a little bit of something over here. They looked just the part, and they're not the patsies of a group where I thought they would easily be the patsies of. Okay, for this group, they also will play on Sunday. Belgium will play Iran. I believe they play in LA. Yes, they play in LA, and then the nightcap of that Sunday will be New Zealand and Egypt. They will play in Vancouver. Both of those games will kind of test the edge of that group a little bit. Like to see what'll happen with Egypt because they need to win. New Zealand needs a win. Egypt is very much going to be favored in that. Probably would expect a draw. Who knows? So that does it for World Cup Day 5 recap here for Extra Time. Our next little episode will be tomorrow. We will not be doing all 4 games on that feed. I will be doing the first 3. France, Senegal, Iraq, Norway, and then you can expect to see me post this after Argentina, Algeria. So again, 3 games on tomorrow's review. Instagram, World Cup 2026 Extra Time. Facebook, World Cup 2026 Extra Time. You know the deal. Also on YouTube. We'll talk to you tomorrow.